Hey there, YouTube land. Big Dave here. I have my coffee, right? I don't know what we're having today. So I figured I just did this whole big aquarium fish tank thing. Had to change some stuff around and pulled some filters. And while the filters are out and these are going to get packed away, I thought that I would make a video and talk about some things I like and don't like about these filters. These are very common filters, but someone that's new to the aquarium thing or new to fish tanks might be not sure like what they want to use or what the deal is with these. So this is a Fluval 70. It's a very good filter. It's some people say it's the best filter you can get. And that's their experience with it. I don't agree. This is not the best filter for me. But it's a very good filter. I have two of these. I've used them for a number of years. This one has been in circulation for, I don't know, a while. Okay, in circulation. Did you get that? That's supposed to be funny. All right. Anyway. So the deal here is, it's the way you can set up the filter media inside. And this one starts with this cage. So then you put the, it usually comes with three kinds of media. It comes with this big sponge, and then it comes with a bag of activated charcoal, I believe it is, and it comes with a bag of rocks. Some people eliminate the charcoal. I don't use it too much. I've been fish tanking for a while, Sometimes I use the charcoal when I feel I need to. It provides a fine source of filtration, and it also helps remove some chemical things in there. Like if you have to use antibiotics or something, a medication in your tank, they'll tell you to remove the charcoal because otherwise that would interfere with the way it works. But as a rule, I don't use charcoal. I tend to use more this. I buy the big sheets of the blue and white filtration material, and I use that. I buy the bags that the socks or bags that they go inside, and I make my own media to go in there. First of all, it's way cheaper than buying pre-made filters. Okay. If you've been doing this for any period of time, you know that you come up with stuff yourself that works at least as well as what you're buying, if not better, and you can do it for less money. And, aquariums can run into be expensive. So I make my own media, and another day maybe I'll make a video about that. But this is the basis of this, is the sponge. And what happens is, after it starts to get clogged, it lifts up. And then the dirty stuff goes past it. So you have to frequently make sure that you're taking this out and rinsing or cleaning out this sponge. The problem here is, and I'll try to make this concise, quick, so you understand what my point is. You can rinse this in the bucket of fish water and kind of, rinse it out and stuff like that. And the dirt will come out into the bucket as you're doing your water change. But once you get involved with using tap water, it ruins the bacteria that's in here, the good bacteria that you need to do the filtration. And your nitrate cycle and all that kind of stuff. So that stuff you need to study up and read about if you're going to have a fish tank. You need to understand the cycles and how they work, and it can be confusing. But basically, you want to keep the nitrates low, the nitrate cycle working, and you have to use your test kit and all that kind of stuff. But it's an ammonia. That's like the killer thing, is the ammonia. All right. So again, I don't want to, that's not the purpose of this video, so I don't want to get a whole bunch involved in that with the ammonia thing. I have another video that talks about ammonia. But this is one thing I'll tell you that I learned from my experiences. The more that you take something out of the filter and rinse it or clean it in any kind of tap water, the more you're going to disrupt the cycle. The nitrogen, the balance, all that stuff, it's going to get thrown off. And then you have ammonia problems. Then you have dead fish. Then you have a constant cycle of you have to change water in order to bring the levels down. And it's just a big hassle. So I mostly just rinse out my stuff in the bucket and put it back in the tank. I don't use the tap water thing. I do, but I'm not talking about that today and why I use it. So let's go back to the Fluval 70. This is a really good filter. It's one of the best. And like I said, some people think this is the best filter for hang on the back that you can get. It has a lid that goes over the top. And the motor goes into the bottom. It has a handy little thing. There's a grommet on there. And it just goes in here. And you just turn it. All right, so it doesn't want to do it for me right this minute. There you go. Okay, so it's on. And it's sealed. And you just got to check it doesn't leak. I put a little Vaseline or something on there. Okay. And then it has an impeller inside. This comes out. I'll pull it out. And it's got a magnet, heavy magnet. So right now, it's kind of stuck. There it goes. And then there's a rod in there that keeps the whole thing together. Right? So if this is not clean and this impeller is not clean, it starts to vibrate and rattle. And then in time, if it gets a little bit off balance or off cycle, the rattling starts. That's my deal with these filters, is that the rattling sometimes starts up and it'll make you crazy. Or you have this low level vibration and then you try to deal with it. You can even change the impeller, get a new one, switch out the motor. It's great. The filter is great, but then the rattling and the humming can make you bonkers. So that's my deal with this. That this raises up, and you have to constantly be watching that it's actually filtering, and it's not bypassing. Okay, so let's just shut this one down for a minute. And I'll show you the other one I just pulled out of my tank because I got a new filter. I made another video on that too. This is the one I pulled out. This was in service for quite a long time. This is a bio wheel filter. Marineland. Marineland bio wheel. I don't know if you can see it in the front here. There it is. Marineland bio wheel. I don't know how old this filter is. It was running for a while, maybe 5 years. This one, not sure. And the impeller on this one is on the outside of the tube, and then it goes into where the motor is mounted under here. And this housing is one piece, so you see the motor doesn't pop in like the other one does. And the tubes are a little bit different, and then you have if you want to use the upper, you can open it or close it. All that kind of business. And this has I don't have the wheel, but it has a wheel, a paper wheel that spins around, and it holds bacteria. After a while, the wheel helps you with your nitrogen and nitrates and nitrites and all that business. The ammonia, the wheel, the bacteria, the good bacteria accumulates on the wheel, and you need that. Okay, and then inside you can use one of their pads, and there's 2 spaces where you can put one of their pads and put extra media that you want. I usually just use a big pad in there, and after I use one of their filters one time, I strip the media off of it, and then I start using a bag, those filter bags. You can buy them in a box. And then I make up my own media to put in there, and I put it in the first slot, and then I use the big blue cushion that you can buy and stick that inside another one and put it behind it. That's how I kind of use these filters, and it works. I like these filters. If I had my choice of, and this stays pretty quiet. This ran for, I don't know, before I just pulled down, put a double one in the other side. This ran for about, this is, like I said, about 5 years old. You can see we have a hard water here, so it's got all this junk on it. But this one stayed pretty quiet and it stayed running. The bio wheel was kind of messed up and it just started acting up a little bit, and it started vibrating. So I said, all right, I'm going to get rid of this and put another double one on the other side. And that's my other video. I showed it to you. So I pulled this one out, and this was mainly being used for biological filtering. I had the big pads in here, and the water could actually go past those pads in this filter the way I had it set up. It wasn't pure mechanical filtration. With mechanical filtration, you want it to be more sealed, where the water comes in, the dirt gets accumulated, and then it goes back into the tank clean. With the biological, you're basically just running the water across, against, and through different media for the bacteria purposes. All right, so I don't want to make this video too long. We're already at 11.5 minutes of me talking about fish tank filters. So if I was having a contest, I would take the bio wheel filter over the Fluval for my purposes. My experience has just been a little bit better, but I still like having the Fluvals. I have 2 of them. I keep them on standby. I was just using one for a few months until I made up my mind what I wanted to do, and then I decided, okay, it's annoying me enough with the buzzing and everything where I want to get rid of it and put another double wheel in. And that's a different video. You can watch that. Okay, so if you're new to aquariums and new to this whole thing, the one thing I can just tell you is tap water is not your friend. Anytime you're cleaning and rinsing stuff in tap water, you're killing the good bacteria that you need in the fish tank. So a good way to just rinse your media in the bucket. I know it's a little more disgusting. Maybe just wear gloves if you don't, care for it or whatever. Because it's gross, to get those sponges and rinse them out in the bucket of the fish tank water. But in the long run, you'll save more good bacteria and you'll have less headaches. That's my opinion. Okay, and there we have it. I thank you for watching and subscribing and following along. Sometimes it's fishing. Sometimes it's some outdoor stuff. I have some camera things I'm going to be doing really soon about I've just been testing the mirrorless Sony and opposed to my Nikons, which I've been using for years and years outside. And I'm just going to give a quick report on that, just like this. And then there's the fishing. So thank you for following along, and have a good day. Bye-bye.